Good evening, everybody. It's Shelley Johns here from Gympie. I'm a Herbalife nutrition coach. I've been with the company 28 years. I've lost over 20 kilos in 3 dress sizes, and I just love helping people with the nutrition. Even after 28 years, I'm just as enthusiastic now as when I first started. And it's my pleasure tonight to go over the sports nutrition range with you, along with my lovely colleagues here that I've got on the call. So what we're going to do first, though, is we usually kick off the evening to share our good news of what's been happening around Australia in our businesses, because we want to show you that there's people getting amazing results, no matter where they are, and we're in 96 countries. So, Coral, did you want to share what's happened to you with some of the clients you've picked up and how you got them?
Yes, I've actually had a couple that have just come in did cold calling and went to a couple of business people and offered them a opportunity with nutrition needs or the business opportunity, and it so happens they both wanted to do weight loss. One has signed up and on the program, and he's coming back for his weigh-in and checking in tomorrow night. And I've got a new one that's coming in tomorrow morning, and he's actually from a mini market, and he's coming in to be weighed in and want weight loss tomorrow morning. And I've also just helping other clients on the way as well.
Excellent. Yeah, you and Michael are doing a fantastic job, so just keep doing what you're doing. You're building a fantastic business.
Yeah, and don't forget the grandchildren. We had the grandchildren this weekend, and it's Nana's Yum Yums, and that's the shake and the protein bars, so keep that up.
Sounds perfect for Easter coming up.
Yes.
So thank you for sharing, guys. That's fantastic. So you're at Deception Bay, is that correct?
Yes.
Fantastic. So, Jan, you've got some good news, I hear.
Yes, I had an email from Herbalife about, I think on Friday actually it was, and saying that one of my long-lost distributors had got reactivated. So that was really exciting. She was a lovely girl, but been off for a little while, and now she's back reactivated.
Fantastic. That's great. So Jan's from the Gold Coast. So how long have you been in the company for?
Oh, goodness, 32 years, I think, 33 years, something like that.
Excellent. And we've got Jennifer, who just loves traveling. I don't know if I'm sure you do love traveling, but you love being home too. And I love the fact that, how long have you been in the company for, Jennifer?
34 years.
34 years, and you're still enthusiastic about when you meet someone and you see those qualities in them. So what, you're in Thailand and you met someone through your granddaughter, and you just thought that he had the right qualities that you're looking for?
Absolutely. And because I was fretting a bit, thinking, I want to talk to some of these Thai people, and, you do talk here and there and nothing's coming from it. And then suddenly this Australian turns up. I thought, that's so funny. And I'm saying, well, thank you, God, you've given me somebody. But the guy had such a great personality. I was determined, I just can't let this guy down, let him go. But still, he's still away in Cambodia and Vietnam. And so, we'll see what comes up later. But he was definitely enthusiastic and really wanted to keep coming and asking me more about the business. So, that's it. All we have to do is do our job, keep going out, being there, talking to people wherever we can, and you don't know. That's a numbers game.
And we've got 96 countries to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you, Jennifer. I'm just going to flick through. Rosemary, did you have some good news for the week?
Yes, always good news. I think the fact that we all take Herbalife is good news, but I completed the 10-week challenge with 22 in that challenge. And believe it or not, the lady who won the challenge was 71. No, she might even be 72. So I thought that was fantastic. And one of my other ladies who was in the challenge years ago came back about 2 weeks ago and wanted to get back on the product. So, people just, they know the products work, and she is losing the weight and she's looking so good. And I did the Tanita scale for her as well, and she was amazed, and I was amazed even in the difference. She's 55, I think, and the improvement in her body just over, I think it was a matter of 3 or 4 years. It was fabulous just to be able to show her that, being, back on those products again. It's fabulous.
Fantastic. Thank you, Rosemary. We can't wait to hear your results too with the sports nutrition. So thank you for sharing. So Irene, what's your good news for the week?
Well, my good news is, it's always good to have clients who feel about the products as much as you do. And I had one of my clients in Sydney who had amazing results all those years ago, I think 25 years ago. And she sent me a text wanting to get more products before the price rise. And it's great that she just continually to use them for good health and for anti-aging.
Fantastic. Yes, so you always have such wonderful results with the products. And thank you very much for coming on Saturday, you and Conan, and sharing your knowledge. And it was a really great turnout. And we can't wait to have you for the Healthy Aging workshop next month. It's going to be fantastic. So thank you.
Absolutely a pleasure. We had a great time and I learned lots. It's amazing how no matter how long you are with the company, there's always something to learn.
Yep, and those Herbie Cross buns were pretty yummy that we made as well. I'll put the recipe up. So Lindy, I know that you have been, just thought I'd add this in now, you've been going to the local basketball with some of your carers. Is it a Filipino group?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I decided that it can be a little bit difficult inside here with the boys not getting out. So I thought, okay, I have to get outside my comfort zone. So I decided to go and help their team. And so I said that I'd go, if I'm going to go there and help out, that I'd give them CR7 and the rebuild afterwards. And it's interesting because when you watch other teams, they get to about the second quarter and then they start slowing down. They all get red in the face and they can't keep their momentum up. Whereas these boys are just running little ever-ready bunnies and it's really good. And by mistake, I took a photo of them at the third quarter last week thinking it was the end of the game. So now it's become a standard joke. Let's just take the winning photo on the third quarter and that's it. Yeah, but it's really good. I'm actually really enjoying it. It's really nice to give back and not to get myself away from the disability sector, getting into with other regular people. And yeah, it's good fun. I'm really enjoying it.
Fantastic. Well, I can't wait to see the results from it. One, with their performance, and two, with other people noticing that the nutrition is working. So stay tuned right over the next few weeks and months.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Linda. So I'm just checking that I haven't got anyone else I've missed. So I just wanted to recognise Trish. Obviously, she's having trouble with her internet because it froze and then it cut out. So because she's out at Widgie, so she went senior consultant last week, which is really exciting before the end of the month. And she's also starting her ultimate program challenge. And just in 4 days, she's lost 1.2 kilos and 9 centimetres. So I did her results at Fit Club this morning. So she's looking fantastic. She's really excited. She's coming to the STS on the 27th. So yeah, she's doing a wonderful job. And I also got a referral of one of my members that she was a client, a mum from school, and she ended up getting registered, and then she's referred her boss to me, and she started on an advanced program. So she's doing her results this Wednesday, and it was great because I was able to teach Linda a little bit about how retail profit works and things like that, and she's really interested, so that's exciting. And then I had someone, I think it was a Herbalife lead, back and forth for a while. I found out that she was in Gympie. I actually didn't know where she was because it was all over email. I didn't have a phone number. It was one of those ones that you get. Anyway, she's in Gympie, came on Friday afternoon, got us started on a program at the centre, and then she came back to the Let's Go April event on Saturday as well. So that was really great. So I've been talking to her and we'll do her results when she gets back because she'll be away. And I also got Kate, who is first line to me. She's registered one of her friends, Heidi, who came on Saturday as well. So yeah, lots of things moving along, really aiming for our 5,000 for this month and building. So it's exciting to see all that happen. So thank you everyone for sharing your good news. I can't wait to hear more next week. So we're going to get on with our information for tonight, which is all about sports nutrition and how that you can use it. And sometimes people will ask, can I use sports nutrition? I'm not an athlete. Could I really use it? Is it for me? So when you think about it, if you're moving your body and you're sweating, you're basically using the same muscles as an athlete. So yes, you are an athlete and you can use the H24. So if you look at 60 minutes of cleaning, so who on the call cleans? Put your hand up. I don't like it, but I do it. So that's burning calories. Who likes dancing? Come on, Lindy, put your hand up. And we all like dancing. That burns calories. Brisk walking, gardening. Irene, our gardener, right? Who loves gardening? That's burning calories. And even playing with the kids or grandkids is also considered exercise, and you're burning calories. So therefore, you're using the same muscles as an athlete. How cool is that?
I'm sure my Zumba lady says it's, yeah, I think I do more than 560.
I'm sure you would. That's a little bit more intense. So, but guess what? There's so many fun ways of moving your body. So you want to find your purpose of why you want to be more active, because our bodies are designed to move. You want to find what fuels you and your passion, and you also want to find that inner athlete, okay? And I'm not saying you've got to be a bodybuilder or go to the Olympics, but what gets you being more active and setting that example in your community and your family. So we have award-winning nutrition, and we've seen lots of magazines vote the H24 products and some of the energy products as the best. Best muscle builder, best pre-workout, best health product, best energy drink. So, you know, we're getting a lot of recognition. So you really want to utilize those things to let people know that these are really top quality products. So we're also backed by science, and we obviously have a whole range of nutritionists and doctors and experts that work on our products every single day. Their job is to make it the best, that it's safe, that it works, and that it gets results. And I love it as well that we're backed by science. So Dr. Dana Ryan talked about this a lot. She came to Australia in February. We're constantly researching. We want to be ahead of everyone else, and it's rigorously tested. It's just constantly batch tested, and I love that it's substance ban tested with the NSF. This gives us a lot of credibility and a lot of strength, because I can tell you right now there's a lot of sports products out there that are not substance ban tested. So people that are competing, it's really, really important for them. So if you look at someone like Heather Jackson, who's a triathlete, she's one of the most tested athletes in the world, and the NSF committee can actually just rock up at their house at any time, any day of the night, or any time, and want to test them. So it's really important that the products are safe for them. So Dr. Dana Ryan, she is a PhD, physical activity, nutrition and wellness, and kinesiology. So she's going through a personalised approach to sports nutrition, how that it can benefit every single body. So she said, make sure that you have carbohydrates for your fuel, and I mean good carbohydrates, not the bad ones, fluids for hydration, and protein for recovery and muscle building. So when we look at the Herbalife philosophy, this is in a lot of the literature and a lot of the trainings we go to. We're looking at the Herbalife Balanced Nutrition approach is getting up to 30% fats from food and supplements. So we know good fats are good for you, brain development, mobility and things like that. 40% of carbohydrates from food and supplements, that's the fuel for the body. And up to 30% protein from food and supplements, which is the muscle building and keeping our bodies strong. Okay, because obviously we're not even just talking about muscle building, but we're talking about healthy aging and weight loss too. So protein is made up of amino acids, which are the building blocks for your body. So this is why it's so important that we have protein every single day and that we can absorb it as well. So we need protein for building muscle, lean muscle. Yes, for weight loss, but also that healthy aging as well. And we did see, and I apologize for the slide being a little bit blurry, but our aging population is significant and undeserved. So they need specific healthy aging solutions. And I know Jan and Jennifer and Irene and Rosemary are very strong on this. And I'm so inspired by your results and how active and motivated you are. So when we look at it, by 2057, it's projected that 8.8 million people will be in that age group in Australia alone. How amazing is that? So that's 65 years and above. Wow. So they need nutrition too, and they need sports nutrition. So let's have a look at part 2, which is what is a pre-workout? Why would we use something before we exercise to help us work out better? So these are the 3 products, and I'm going to get some people to share that are using it. The Formula One Sport, it's the creamy vanilla. It's just a beautiful tasting product. It's really fine. So it gives you 9 grams of dairy protein, which is the right sort of protein for muscle building, and the right sort of amino acids, which are the building blocks for muscles. It has a blend of carbohydrates, which is your fuel. And this is something that's really important, is that it's only got 1 gram of lactose per serve, versus if you were having a glass of milk, it would be 13 grams of lactose. So most people have problems with lactose when it's this sort of high amount. But if it's under 3 grams, they don't tend to have a problem with that lactose intolerance. So it's something really important to share with people. The L-glutamine as well gets lost during exercise, so you need that to put back into your body. It has a higher amount of vitamins and minerals, because obviously you put your body under stress when you're exercising and moving your body, so you need to replace them. And antioxidants as well, because we know that when you put your body under stress from exercise, it creates more free radicals, so we need those antioxidants too for our immune support. So this is a beautiful product. I've got one more slide on it as well, which I love this. So it goes through the regular Formula One. It goes through the Formula One Sport and the differences. So you can actually get these slides from Herbalife. And I love it that it's substance ban tested. It has the milk protein, which is the whey and the casein. So one of them is slow release and the other one is fast release. So you can use this one quickly, and then this one is utilized over a longer period of time. The L-glutamine, which helps to restore muscles, and the increased vitamins as well, because people exercising have a higher metabolic demand. So I've got this lovely recipe that I wrote down that you could use as a pre-workout shake, and you want to use it 1 hour before you work out. So if you want this as your pre-workout, you can do this, and it's on almond milk, so it's nice and light. So who on the call is using Formula One Sport? Jan, I know you're saying that your son Michael's had good results with this.
Yeah, initially he was using the 24 rebuild and taking that to work, because he works strenuous sort of work as well, a lot of lifting at work and things like that, and he found it very beneficial. But talking to Kerry Bowie, I sort of passed on the information to Michael, and he started using the Formula One in the 24 range, and he really has felt a difference in how he feels. So he has both the rebuild in the afternoon and the Formula One for breakfast, and takes one to work as well.
Excellent. Yes, I love this for breakfast as well. So is there anyone else that's using the Formula One Sport?
Shelley and Jennifer here. I'm not using it. I guess I really love our normal Formula One products. I've been using them for so long. And I also feel that, when you have something, you just know that it agrees with you and you really like it. But I'm mentioning the sports products mainly because of Lynette, and Lynette being 47 and her husband, and as with Kerry Bowie, training to do the 840-kilometre bike ride. They just know these sports products back to front, and they would talk all the time about, just how good the hydrate was compared to other products, etc. And so when you're hearing them talking to other athletes, and athletes asking questions about all the technical parts, the science parts about how it works, they really do know how it works. But I guess all we can say is, when you've got the Western Sydney Wanderers, and we've got so many, sports people using the products, they are just so designed scientifically exactly for the sports body, and they are amazing. But I think that I will have to think more about it and get out of my other normal Formula One habit. And when I am going back into doing some sports training, start, using the product more. Sure, have I used it now and then? Of course I have, but I tend to gravitate more towards what I really enjoy.
Excellent. And you know what I do, Jennifer? I do 2 scoops of regular Formula One, 1 scoop of Formula One Sport, and I find that's a really nice combination, actually. So so give it a try and see what you think, and you can let me know.
And it is true what you say, when you do experiment with things, it's amazing that you get a taste that you like individually. And this is not the right time, but I had that when I got the chamomile and what was the other one? The chamomile and lemon tea. you know, that came from one of the other countries in Herbalife. And I actually threw it as an experiment into my Formula One. Just love that little bit of a lemon flavour. So it's true that when you experiment and you play around, you actually see, you know, how these things work better for you.
Yes, and I used the Formula One Sport with the Formula One berry and coconut milk, and it tastes like, you know, that coconut ice slice? It tastes like that, but in smoothie form. So if you love desserts, it was absolutely delicious. So give this recipe a try, but of course you can change the strawberries for blueberries or any other fruits or no fruit as a nice light pre-workout shake. So we do have other pre-workouts. This one's really popular, which is the Lift Off in Lime Blast, like a lemon lime. So it's effervescence. So it's something that's kind of fizzy like that will actually get into your system faster, and it also helps to the other nutrition in the Herbalife programs to work better as well. It helps to fight physical and mental fatigue, improves concentration and mental performance. It's high in antioxidant vitamin C, B6 and B12. I know Irene was talking about these the other week. And, so, you know, it's important that we're getting lots of antioxidants, especially when you're exercising, but even just day-to-day living, there's things that cause us stress that put our body under stress, so we need more antioxidants to fight the free radicals. It has a blend of taurine. Taurine has lots of great benefits too. Natural guarana, natural caffeine, ginseng and ginkgo biloba, and it actually comes in a sachet, so it's really easy to use and take with you as well. So I generally have one before each fit club, or if I've got a really big day, like we're driving to a training or something like that, I find it's really good just to give me that energy that I need. And I love the taste, and it actually really makes really nice icy poles too, just so you know. So who's using the Lift Off? I know, Coral, you had a great result with this one.
Yes, I absolutely thrive on this product. I get fatigued with driving all the time, and my grandchildren from Deception Bay to Camp Hill is 40 minutes away, and I dropped them off yesterday. I said, can I have a glass of water, put the Lift Off, and because I was actually fatigued even driving there. And on the way home, no problem whatsoever. Michael, he does also mining work, and he takes the Lift Off there and actually has great results in able to sustain his energy and concentration. So a great product.
Excellent. Thank you, Carol and Michael. I know Steve had I know you've got to drive a long way to go to trainings and things, Steve. So how do you find with the Lift Off?
I actually use the Lift Off for that. I'll take it about half hour before I leave, and use it with NRG. And during the trip, I'll always have the Lift Off mixed up for the trip as well. And I sip that along the way. And I'm absolutely a hopeless long distance driver. I really am. And if it takes me any more than 20 minutes to go somewhere, I can probably pull over and have a sleep. I'm hopeless. So I love it. And I can drive 3 to 4 hours. And I've actually driven from Brisbane to Sydney, not Sydney, to South West Rocks, which is a 12-hour drive, which I would never do, only by using that.
Excellent.
Absolutely brilliant.
I'm glad I drove to the STS last month then.
I took Lift Off first.
So I love it because it tastes a bit like sherbet, right? So it always reminds me of those Fizz Whizzes. So sometimes when I'm just sitting there at a training, I'll tear the thing off, and I'll put my finger in and just put it straight on my tongue, because it just reminds me of Fizz Whiz, like this childhood thing. But it's only got like 10 calories and no added sugar, so I just love it. Did you have anything else? Did you want to share, Jennifer?
No. Just obviously we all take these things, especially everything they say about driving is so true. I used to just love driving into Brisbane, but now it's always a bit like, oh, I've got to drive to Brisbane. But, I will often firstly have a shake, before I drive, because it's like a real food energy. Other than that, NRG and Lift Off, they're excellent products.
Definitely. And I think you're right. I always use a shake as my fuel for my body. That's my pick-me-up to go, but these are just those little enhancers as well. So if you're looking for a really great pre-workout that's easy to mix, on the go. But just keep in mind when you're putting it in a bottle, make sure the bottle's not full to the top. Just saying, because I've had a few incidences before with it. So the other one is the NRG. So this has been around for a long time. It's really high quality. They use the whole bean of the guarana bean of the plant, and they crush it up, and it actually works on your adrenal glands. So it's not like the nervous system with tea and coffee and things where you get this peak and trough. It's a nice sustained energy level. So works in about half an hour. So I always say take about 2 tabs half an hour before your workout. This is one of Dr. Dana Ryan's favourite products pre-workout, as well as the Lift Off. But I just like it because it's quite simple to take as well, because it's just 2 tabs. And but I find, for me personally, even though I can't make health claims, that I find it really great for hay fever, and just that if I get that fuzzy feeling around my eyes with sinus, it just really helps with that personally, and also sugar cravings. So you can take as many as you want. It's one of those individual products. So I know this is one of a really popular products. So who would like to share how they use the NRG?
Well, I actually use the energies 2 in the morning and 2 at lunchtime. And I had an accident many years ago. And I find that there are times when my breathing is a challenge. And by using the NRGs and, of course, the good nutrition, I find that it helps a lot. It really does. And yeah, I couldn't imagine not having NRGs to keep myself like breathing easily. Though we can't claim that but I can assure you the difference in having it and not having it is major.
That's fantastic. Carl?
Particularly, I find too, one of the things that, when outsiders like your product, when I get visitors like relatives, the first thing they say to me is, have you got any of those NRG tablets? So people know that they work.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I think they're a real favourite. So, Coral, I know you had a result to share as well.
Yes, I love the product. It's naturally, but I actually got a client rang me last week, and she was on Herbalife 20 years ago and stopped, but she rang me and said, I want NRG. She's a bus driver from Dysart, and she then bought the product retail, and I told her about the Lift Off, so she bought NRG and the Lift Off, and I did a follow-up 2 days ago. She's received the product and loving it. Yeah, within 20 minutes she felt results.
Fantastic. Yeah, it's a great product, like the Lift Off and the NRG and the instant herbal beverage, even all those give a fairly quick energy result, and there's a lot of tired people out there. So yes, it's great for energy, like for fitness, but just for general energy, shift workers, long distance driving, all those sort of things, even mums that are busy or grandmas that are looking after their grandkids, all of that, this is a really effective product. So thank you for sharing, everyone. So that's 3 different types of pre-workouts: the Formula 1 Sport, which is like the fuel, that's what Jennifer said; the Lift Off, which is more like a energy drink, but a healthy one when you compare it to other ones out there; and the NRG, which is in tablet form, quite easy to use, and a real, obviously a real favourite with everybody. So part 3 is what to do during your workout. So this is really important, that are you properly hydrated? So how many people really don't drink enough? I know yesterday I don't think I drank enough water. Because I was busy cleaning the house and doing other things, and I went, oh, you know what, I don't think I really drank enough water. So it's so important, because Dr. Dana Ryan said that if you're feeling thirsty, then you're probably already partially dehydrated. So it's really important that we stay hydrated, and we have 2 fantastic products. So we've had the other ones as well with our herbal aloe and our instant herbal beverage, but I've picked the 2 from the sports range. One is the Hydrate, which you can use anytime, all day long. And really the target user for this one is all athletes with hydration needs. So people that are training, people that are during games and competition, and everyone basically. So anyone that needs electrolytes. So the key benefits is you can get hydrated any time of the day. It's low in calories. It's only 15 calories per serve, because a lot of those hydration and electrolyte drinks are really packed full of sugar. So you need to be careful of that, when people are drinking those things, and people just buy them all the time. So only 1 gram of sugar. How cool is that? The key features are it's bioavailable electrolytes, so it's replacing all those salts and that we're sweating out. It tastes nice, it's naturally sweetened, it's got vitamin C, which is an antioxidant as well. So you can use it during intense training, anyone that's exercising before or after work, so people that like going to the gym or going to do a class in their still work, or someone maybe that has physical work throughout the day. So even gardening too, Irene, this one would be a good one for. So you can just put a sachet into some water, and you can really have it as strong or diluted as you like. I like to put some instant herbal beverage peach in with it as well. It's a really nice combination, but you can add aloe and all sorts of things. You can put them together, or you can keep them separate, and just you can have one sachet a day or more, depending on what your hydration needs are. So who's using this great product and would like to share?
I'm using that one, Shelley. I use them all, but
can I just get you to talk a bit louder, Rosemary? I just can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. I use that one all the time, or all of my products, but today I did a Pilates class, and I never ever go to any of the classes without a hydrate drink. I always have my shakes beforehand, and my NRGs and my lift off, and I just know that I feel fantastic throughout the whole of the class. So I have it sitting there, and if it gets really hot, which it did today, you know, I just take a couple of sips and then drink it afterwards. But yeah, I would never ever go to any of the classes without the hydrate or the other one as well.
Fantastic, Rosemary. So you do Pilates. So how old are you, Rosemary?
I'll be 72 in maybe a couple of weeks' time. So I don't feel 72. I'm not sure how you feel at 72. Fantastic. So yeah.
I want to feel like all of yous on the call when I'm in my 70s. I hope I'm just like all of you. So that's all I can say.
You'll be younger. You've got so much vitality. But actually, you know, I just wanted to say, whenever we hear about products, especially they're a specific range like sports range, immediately my mind goes back to, you know, I guess experience. And so when you ever got a customer that's a really large customer, I just think of before Herbalife, my older aunties, the fat aunties and grandparents and stuff of the old days, they will always be tired, exhausted, thirsty, and especially if they're overweight, always thirsty, always lacking in energy. So we've talked about a couple of products in Heartland Sports that would be just ideal for the average overweight person who needs more hydration, they need more energy just because of their overweight condition, just to actually get about each day. So if you incorporated these couple of products, you know, into their program, I think that they would just get mighty results. They'd get instant results because immediately they would feel so much better from not, you know, being, you know, thirsty, tired, you know, over sweating because of their weight. And I think that they would have instant results. So this is something to think about when you have people and you're selling them certain products. Think about these for the average big customer.
Definitely. And because we know the products are water soluble, being able to help someone to become more hydrated more easily with this product, and we know that this is what it does, yes, it's going to help them with their weight loss and their centimetre loss. And you know what, they come in, there's 20 sachets in a box, so there's such an easy product to give as a sample. If someone wants to try it as well, that's probably one of the things I really, really love about it. So the next one is the CR7 Drive. So carbs matter. So remember we talked about good carbs and bad carbs. So we want good carbs. We want that clean fuel and those sugars that our body requires when we're, you know, pushing ourselves, we're exercising, maybe just having a busy day, and it's going to get us through. And like Lindy said, she really noticed that the other teams were starting to, you know, slow down, but this is one we know that because Cristiano Ronaldo is one of our nutrition ambassadors, he helped co-develop it with Dr. Jonathan Heiss to have this fantastic product for hydration and give you that fuel, particularly from halftime onwards, so you can finish strong. And we know the Western Sydney Wanderers love this product just for that reason, because they're strong finishers, and this is one of their key products. And we just love that Cristiano Ronaldo is proud enough to want to have his face on this product too to show the quality of it. He's very fussy about what he puts in his body. So I'll just go through some of the benefits of the CR7 Drive. I know this will be really popular. So it's a hypotonic drink for advanced hydration and endurance. So we want to be hydrated, but we also want to finish strong. So we want to feed our brain the right sugars, the good quality carbs that will help us think better and make those better decisions when we're trying to work out or play a game or compete or anything like that. It helps us to be at our best. So it's designed for people with active lifestyles. So it's a carbohydrate electrolyte, and it helps to maintain endurance performance during prolonged exercise. So perfect use during the game or during your exercise. So we'll normally take it to Fit Club and drink it during our workout. And each serve contains under 100 calories, so it's not, full of heaps of calories and sugar. It's easy to drink. It has a beautiful taste. It's a acacia berry flavour, and it was developed in conjunction with Cristiano Ronaldo. And it's a carbohydrate electrolyte solution, which is proven to enhance the absorption of water during physical activity. So what Jennifer was saying, so it's helping people to absorb water better, so people will get better results. And it also helps to maintain endurance performance as well. So that could be an intense game of football or maybe when you're at the gym. So it's got really high quality ingredients. It's a very clean product, substance ban tested as well, under 100 calories, 23 grams of amazing quality carbohydrates, 18 sugars that the body requires and utilizes, and basically put 1 or 2 scoops in 500 mils of water. So I generally do 2 because I like the taste of that. It actually makes really nice icy pulse, so does the hydrate. So great in summer for the kids. So yeah, this is a beautiful product to use, and especially if you love playing sport and things like that, or just hitting the gym. So you want to mix up a bottle and have it while you're exercising. So who's using this product and who's got a great story to share?
Yeah, I can. I've decided now I need to get into a bit more exercise myself and vary it because I get bored really easily. So I know it's stepping back a bit, but I take the hydrate before I go, and then I do, because then that I'm already hydrated, because sometimes if you're drinking lots of water all the time, you then want to go to the toilet. So the hydrate keeps you hydrated, then the CR7 gives you that energy to keep on going. And my lovely little Zumba teacher, who thinks she's only doing a medium intensity, but I think it's high intensity and I think I'm dying, it's great. I get to about halfway through. She goes for about an hour and a quarter, and I get to halfway through and everyone else is sort of slowing down, and I'm just standing there thinking, gee, I hope she hurries up soon, which is, I still feel the, it's still really high intensity. I'm still moving all the time, but I don't feel like I want to stop and go try and catch my breath. I can just keep going. It's a wonderful product. It's great. Or if I'm just walking around the streets, I just think I might just stop now. But if I take the CR7, my body says, keep on going, Lindy. So I might go for maybe double the time than I would normally.
Yep. Well, I know that sometimes we'll take this to Fit Club, and not that we serve it at every Fit Club session, but sometimes we'll take it as something a highlight, just to let people know what's available and let them try it. And they've definitely upgraded them just by them sampling it during the session, which is great. So perfect time to try it. So these are things you can do to let people know other things that are available.
Shelley, I love that idea of when you say make an ice block out of it, because even for Fit Clubs, when it's really hot out in the park, I was thinking, wow, that's the time you really want one of those ice blocks. And sometimes you don't think about it, you're busy until somebody, reestablishes the idea in your head. But that is a great idea for anyone that's doing their Fit Clubs out in the park.
Definitely, and you should see our freezer, Jennifer. I've got mint choc ones, I've got cookies and cream, I've got berry chocolate's really popular, but I love the mint choc and the cookies and cream because when you pour it in, all the cookies go down to the bottom, so that when you pull the lid up, the chocolate's all sitting on the top, and that's the first thing you eat. It's like this little treat you get to have, and everyone loves them in the family, and it's very popular, just saying. So the freezer's fully stocked with these things. I'm just continually making them. So yes, I think that's it, just getting creative and finding fun ways to use the products as well. So part 4, post-workout. So we know what's coming because this is the best product for it, your post-workout nutrition. And we know recovery nutrition is so important because this is when we've damaged our muscles, They're crying out to be repaired, and they need good quality liquid protein to get in and repair, build new, build the muscle, lean muscle faster, help with recovery, and fuel us for the rest of the day. So, or whenever we exercise. So Rebuild Strength, it's such a great product. You just mix it straight into water. It's chocolate and it's great, and it does make nice ice creams as well, just so you know. So it's for immediate and sustained muscle recovery. So we need both. We need immediate recovery, then we need the sustained as well. So it's 24 grams of dairy protein. It's got 3,000 grams of L-glutamine, so it rebuilds muscle and helps with immune function. So remember, when you're pushing yourself with exercise, especially if you're doing it fairly heavily, it is putting your body under stress. So you want to keep that immune system up and those antioxidants in as well. It's got the muscle building blocks, which is the BCAAs. It's only 190 calories per serving. So easy to do too. So if you've got one of those shakers that has the powder on the bottom and you've just got some cold water or just water, you can do your workout, put it in, shake it up and drink it, or just have it prepared. And you should be drinking it within that 20 to 30 minutes. I know they say an hour, but the sooner you do it, the better. It has bioavailable electrolytes for rehydration, which is fantastic as well, iron and calcium. So lots of things in it to help your body recover. So it's a real clean product. It's substance ban tested. And I think I did a recipe here as well. So this was Michael O. Johnson's Pedal to the Metal post-ride shake. So he uses Rebuild with some strawberries, blueberries and banana. So you could use all of that or a combination. A spoon of peanut butter, though I did find a really delicious almond butter spread, which is nice, so that Ross can use it because he's allergic to peanut butter. And I wouldn't use chocolate milk. I'd probably just use almond milk or something plain and blend all that together as a post-recovery shake if you're going a bit gourmet, but you can do it just simple in water. So this is such a popular product. So who's using Rebuild and would like to share? So I know, Irene, I know you said you've just started using this.
Yes. Jan suggested that because I garden and sometimes it's quite heavy work, that after I get up in the morning, I have my instant beverage, my shake, and I go out and work in the garden, that when I come in, I should have a Rebuild Strength. So I started doing that. I have to say it tastes delicious. I put nothing in it, just the Rebuild Strength, and blend it up, and I really enjoy it. So I don't know, I can only tell you I've just started, but I guess we have to learn and to change as we change our lifestyles as well, and that's important to compensate and to make ourselves try new things.
Well, we know gardening burns calories and it's using the same muscles as an athlete. So guess what, Irene, you're an athlete, so you need H24.
Better tell Con.
Cool. So obviously, Jan, you were talking to Irene about this. So why do you use the Rebuild?
But the same thing as Irene, I find, when I've done gardening, or I cleaned out the garage at the weekend, so I had a Rebuild in the afternoon because it was pretty strenuous cleaning up after all the tiling and all that sort of stuff that was out there, and it looks really good now. So I don't use it regularly, but I do use it, particularly after gardening, things like that.
Cool. And looking at the slides with the healthy aging, that's so important that we build lean muscle as we get older, because Dr. Dana Ryan said that when we start getting older, the muscle in our core and our legs deteriorate, and that's when we can get weaker and we can have falls. So it's not just bones getting brittle, it's actually the muscle. So we can build and keep our lean muscles strong. We will age better, we'll be stronger, and therefore more independent as we get older. So I think that's so important, and this would be a real key product for that. So Coral, did you have something you wanted to add?
Yeah. Yes, I actually, we have a swim spa, and I get in that and do my physio in that because I've got such bad hips and that, and I get out and I have the Rebuild to repair my muscles, and it has proven to give me great benefits.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Thank you. Well, I know that just from my body scan results, so in my 30s, my muscle mass was about 40 point something kilos, and I know now 10 years later my muscle mass has actually gone up 10 kilos, so it's 50 point something kilos of muscle. So I'm looking forward to building more as well. And my metabolic age, when I was 20 kilos overweight, was 72 and now it's down to 32 and I'm 48. So I think that, you know, it doesn't matter what age you are, you can work on building lean muscle, reducing your metabolic age,
Yep.
and just keeping your body strong. So I think this is an amazing product for that. Oh, and I just wanted to say, sorry, just going back one, just a little tip on a great recipe. You might want to try this. You can do it 2 different ways. If you mix 1 scoop of Rebuild Strength and 1 scoop of CR7 Drive either into some yogurt or like Greek yogurt, or you just do it in some almond milk or lactose-free milk, it tastes like Turkish Delight. So just saying, you might want to try it, and I'm sure it'll make a nice ice cream too. I haven't tried that one, Jennifer. But just try it, just putting it out there. 1 scoop of CR7, 1 scoop of Rebuild, make it, and it's like a Turkish Delight shake. So
If you get 1 scoop of Rebuild and 2 scoops of Formula One Sport and water and blitz it for a long time until it goes thick and put that in the freezer, now that's nice too.
beautiful. So many different ways. And I'm saying this because Easter's coming up, so we want some healthy Easter treats too. So, and why not use it from our own product range? So just thought I'd put that one in there. So yes, of course, you know, people can use it to get that, you know, whether they want a serious athlete that they're competing and they really want to bulk up with muscles, sure, they can do it that way. Does that take some commitment? It's not just 80% nutrition, it's also 20% exercise and clean eating. But sometimes people are underweight and they want to put on weight, or maybe they're, you know, fairly fit, but they just want to get that extra definition, you know, look better in the bathers, or someone's lost weight and then they want to go that next step. It doesn't really matter what your goal is. You can do it using the sports nutrition. So this is the whole program here for the H24. It's got the CR7 Drive, the Formula One Sport, the Rebuild Strength, and the Hydrate. So when you order that as a program, you actually get a free bag and this brochure as well. I love this drawstring bag. It's got a zip on there, so it's great to take to the swimming pool or to your games and things like that. So it's a really nice gift for a client that wants to try the whole program. And I just wanted to go through before Rosemary shares her amazing story. So with the Formula One Sport, that can be used any time at all throughout the day. So just think of this as a whole day. The CR7's obviously meant for before to during your workout, particularly this time here. The Hydrate you can take any time during the day. And then the Rebuild Strength obviously after the workout. So this is a really good visual of when can I use these products and how versatile they are. So Rosemary, I know that you've got a really great story to tell with your swimming and everything like that. So would you like to share what's happened to you with your healthy, active lifestyle?
Yeah, not a problem. I did start, I've always, as you know, used all the products, but I then decided I wanted to test out the sports, the Formula One Sports, which I have tried as well. I use the CRS Drive, as I said before, and the Hydrate in the, either one, I'll take one or the other.
Can you turn your volume up? Sorry, Rosemary, I think it's just...
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Okay, so the Rebuild Strength, I wanted to try that one. Mainly, I'll tell you why. My son's getting married in 2 weeks' time. So consequently, apart from wanting to stay healthy and fit, I just wanted to reshape a little as well. So the Rebuild, I use it, I make it, I go to Pilates, as I said, I go to yoga tomorrow morning. So I will take that with me and have it in the car. I keep it cold, and I make sure that I've drank that within a half an hour of me working out, because I've noticed a big change just in when I hop on the Tanita scale, for instance, the same as yourself. The muscle mass has gone up. It's well up close, 49.8. My weight has gone up, but the body fat range has come way back down, 31%. And then the lovely thing I liked about it as well is my age. So, okay, I'm 72 very soon, but my basal metabolic age is 43. So, you know, but I really am very serious about wanting to stay very healthy and fit. And when you do yoga, you've got to do the planks and you've got to do the, you know, you've got to stand on one foot and for balance and that sort of thing, because as we age, we all know that balance is usually one of the things that actually can be a big issue. So I love to challenge myself as I do with my swimming, with my walking. I don't just walk, I walk fast, and I time myself and try and beat my time. I don't necessarily run, but I walk very, very fast. So
and could you
I know
share,
it's the
Rosemary,
reason.
sorry, could you share like when you started swimming, what you were doing when you first started, and now what you're able to do?
Yeah, okay. Before Herbalife, and this is very true, we have a 9-meter pool. I was lucky to be able to get down one length of that pool prior to Herbalife. Then I would really, I'd try hard, and I'd maybe manage to get about, maybe if I was lucky, 16 laps. Okay. Got on Herbalife, took it for many, many years. And then just one day I said to myself, I wonder if I can do 100. And that would have been, I've been on it 25 years, 26 nearly. And it possibly was about 15 years ago. So now if I hop in that pool, apart from if I'm in there with the grandkids and playing with them, I will not get in unless I'm prepared to do 100 laps. So I do that 100 laps in about 30 odd minutes. And for someone who couldn't swim, I could dog paddle, but I can do all 4 strokes. So I learned to swim with my kids, and then the grandkids encouraged me to do stuff as well. So I'm very grateful to the sports program, because I know that it's made one heck of a difference to my body at 72 years, possibly in a few weeks. Yeah, hope that is
That's fantastic. You're such an inspiration, and I just love hearing that story. And we can all do the same thing, challenge ourselves to just do that bit more, be active and take that nutrition seriously. So thank you so much for sharing, Rosemary. We're going to finish on a quote from Cristiano Ronaldo. I thought that was very fitting. So he said, "My entire life I've been driven to be the best. I work hard and look for every advantage. This is why I partnered with Herbalife, a global leader in nutrition." So we're very proud to be associated with Cristiano Ronaldo, and he's very serious about his health and his fitness and his nutrition. So we're glad that he has partnered with us as well. Yeah. So that is the end of our sports nutrition side. But for our members, for our Herbalife nutrition coaches, we're just going to go through what's coming up next, just so that everyone knows. So basically we have our STS Herbalife member trainings all around Australia. And if you're a brand new member, you actually have a free ticket that you can go to one of these. So have a look and see. There's pretty much one in every state of Australia, a couple more in Queensland, and they're growing all the time. And this is where you really want to come and get the A to Z of the business in one day. There's lots of recognition, personal development, lots of results, and you can try some of the other products and things like that as well. So it's a really great day to come along to and bring some people as well. So I know the one in Brisbane's on the 27th of April, but please check your the websites for each STS around Australia. And if you're not sure, if you're a member, just call Herbalife Member Services in Adelaide, and they'll be able to give you all the STSs that are happening around Australia for you, which one's closest to you. Hong Kong, did you have anything to add to that, Jennifer?
No, but when you finish, I'd just like to add that I'm going to New Zealand, but you finished there. And,
cool, excellent. Hong Kong is in the June 21st to the 23rd. That's our Southeast Asia extravaganza. I realise there's other extravaganzas too, but I was always told to focus on the one for our region. And it's open to all supervisors and above. So there's people that can still qualify for this and go and have this amazing weekend experience where you get to see a bigger picture. There's going to be 2 doctors training, lots of guest speakers, recognition, and there's also opportunity to qualify for VIP seating and a qualified special evening as well, a lifestyle evening. So that's going to be fantastic. There's flyers on myherbalife.com.au for this, so that you will know all about it. And there's lots of people that have booked their tickets and accommodation and are excited to go to this. So we'll get to all meet up in Hong Kong. Then there's the World Team Leadership Weekend in September 13th to 15th in Manly, Sydney. It's got Mark and Jill Addy will be our guest speakers, who really brought the healthy active lifestyle concept into Herbalife Nutrition, and it's open to all New World team plus anyone that is qualified, and all those details are also on myherbalife.com.au, or it comes out on the weekly supplement on email. But again, if you're not sure where to find this information, just call Herbalife Member Services and they will give you all the information as well. So Jennifer, you said you're off to New Zealand, so when are you going to be doing that?
Yes, this weekend coming, I leave on Thursday, come back on Monday, and they're having an LDW Leadership Development Weekend, and they're going to have an HOM on the Saturday morning, so that'll be the 13th. It's going to be at the Sudima, SUDIMA Airport Hotel at Auckland at the airport. It'll be kind of easy to find if anybody knows anyone, you know, in New Zealand or wants me to talk to anybody in New Zealand. I don't have a lot of time. I get there Thursday afternoon, but I'm not leaving until Monday, you know, afternoon. Get in contact with me if there's anyone that, you know, you can get to come and have a chat to me. You know, we've really got to think about who do we know, all these things all the time. Who do you know where? Who do you know where? Who do you know where? Because, you know, we've got to build our businesses, and, you know, there's so much. When I didn't get a chance to talk to you about the going to the honours in Singapore, but some of the stuff that we heard there, like Jonathan Rodriguez, you know, getting 4 chairmans, you know, out of an island, you know, of America in the Caribbean, you know, getting 4 presidents team as part of his 5 presidents team to get to chairmans, you know, and doing it in 6 years. You know, you look at that and you look at New Zealand with more than, and incidentally only 3 million people in Jonathan Rodriguez's island, and you see what we've got nearby that we don't do stuff with, you know, and, you know, they're working with their situation, you know, in the island that he's in. And we have islands like New Zealand, or we have, you know, little islands around Australia, you know, that are part of Australia, that have got a lot of, you know, communities there where, you know, you get somebody there, you know, clubs and atmosphere and, you know, different things like that are really going to build in those communities. So if you get a chance to go online and read some of the stories about these guys, you know, from a lot of these unique areas, and just see that they looked at it and said, what can I do in my own community? And instead of saying, I've only got 3 million people, they just went for it. And he said, I think that, you know, that I could get even to founders in my one country, you know, and that's a positive attitude. You know, guys, you know, really have to think about who do you know, wherever you are. Ask all your neighbours and friends, who do you know, who's got relatives, who's got young kids that need jobs, etc. And unless we do the asking, you know, we never know. I'm sorry, I'm taking up your time. If you want me to stop.
No, that's fine. Thank you.
I do want to tell you about one other thing that happened during the week, which is kind of, I almost got somebody, but I didn't. I got it for somebody else. My granddaughter said she had a friend that was we're working for the electricity companies, you know, that have changed over to a different company and get a better rate. And I said, yeah, we've done that. And I said, look, okay, we'll see you because it's your friend. So lovely girl came, and just great attitude. And she's ended up saying to me, you know, oh, look, I know someone you know in Herbalife, and it was David Cobby. And so I said, well, you need to go back to him and tell him you want to join this business. She was asking me all the questions, and I haven't heard from Cobby yet, but I'm just hoping that she went back and said, Jennifer said, I've got to join this business. So, you know, you can work for other people and get as much excitement, you know, or work for yourself. But there's people out there, and all you've got to do is be out there talking to someone. And I do want to congratulate Coral as well, because I said to Coral yesterday, the day before, you know, Coral, you know, you need somebody to teach a fit club. So Coral immediately put an ad out somewhere, and she said, I'm looking for somebody, you know, with fitness training. She got a call from a guy, and today she saw the guy, and she's getting him signed up, or got him signed up today. Now, Coral, I have to say congratulations. When you tell you that you need to do something, you always do it. And Shelley is an amazing example of leadership, and this has been one of the best trainings. So I can't wait to see it again, you know, and pass it on to people to look at.
Yes, and this is why we love recording them, because you get those little gems that you're not expecting, and and it's not rehearsed, is it? We don't rehearse all these things.
One other thing, Shelley, can I just quickly show you? I don't know if you can see it, but I've got the ring on today that Herbalife gave me for honours, and it's all diamonds. Now, I don't know, can you see that if I put it up there? And then I'll just turn it round, see if you can see. It's got the Herbalife.
Oh, how beautiful.
And I actually, for some reason, I put my size in, but it came a little small and they were going to fix it. And I said, no, I'll just take it. Well, the people in the big jewelry shop here, they were just blown away with it. And, you know, they kept watching me all the time. Like, you know, how did you get a ring like that? And they were asking me. And you know, I knew from the way they treated me that they thought the ring was fantastic. You know.
That's right. Recognition, rewards, and where else can you go to get something like that? So that's fantastic. Thank you so much, Jennifer. And yes, we love all that extra things because we know that you get access to lots of things that we don't often get to see. So you get to give us some insights, which we really, really appreciate. So I've got one more slide to finish. So, and I always remembered Gary's attitude that when the prices were going up, yeah, you're ringing me guys, isn't it fantastic? We're getting a pay rise. This is what and I used to love his attitude with it. And I go, oh yeah, it's a good way of looking at it. And he goes, oh, these products are just too cheap. And so on Wednesday the 10th, so it's not too long away, we're having a 2.4% price rise. It doesn't happen very often, and obviously, you know, costs go up. It's just what happens. So you need to have the right attitude about it so that your team follow your example. And look, it doesn't really have a dramatic impact on a lot of the products, especially the singles. Maybe on an ultimate program in advance that they might notice a $10 or $15 or something like that. But remember, we give so much value on top of that with recipes and follow-up and support and lots and lots of things. Anyway, you've got to think about what they get for that. They get so much more value on top of that that they don't have to pay for. And so we will bring out the updated price list. I know Con often does one too, which is great. And so what I would suggest is, which I've been doing all today, is going back to all my people on BizWorks and clients, and I know people that are registered, and messaging them and emailing them and saying, hey, by the way, there's a price rise. Have you thought about ordering before it goes up? You can maximize your profits, but also stock up on some of the things you want to use. Easter's coming. Have you thought about protein bars? And I had a few people say thank you, and I've even had a few people go on an order today because of that. So you've got until Wednesday, well, before Wednesday. So tonight and tomorrow, just do a little message. Make sure you don't just blast it out as a bulk message or email. Just personalize it. It's worth the extra time to put their name in, and even something personal about them. Like I go, how the kids going, or how the boys, or whatever it was. If I knew something they were doing specifically for them, I actually went and typed it in. So it probably took me 1 to 2 hours this afternoon, like around my day, but it was definitely worth doing, and I've got a few more people to follow up on, but most people said thank you for doing it. So now the next step is that I'll get the new price list out to them, and then the next step after that is all these recordings to go out to everyone as well and let them know now we've got a nutrition training, we've got a skin training, and we've got a sports nutrition training, which are great to send out to these people to let them know what else is available and what results are being achieved. So I hope that all helps for the things that you can do over the next day or two, and to give you a really strong month this month. So was there anything else you wanted to add, Jennifer?
No, you've done an absolutely amazing job. In fact, I can't wait to actually see this again. And I do want to add something quickly. My grandson that's always at boarding school, and I've had him on weight loss, I mentioned that a while, and because I don't have him permanently on weight loss in terms of I'm not there hounding him because he's at boarding school. So when he comes home, it's only then that I can see his results. And he had lost about 7 kilos before I went overseas. I haven't actually checked with him again, but I can certainly see by his face, etc. If he'd lost 7 then, I think he must be up to about 10 now. So I must check with him tomorrow. But he's definitely, you know, on his way down, and I'm really, really happy for him.
Well, let Sam know we're really proud of him, and we're all thinking of him. So that's fantastic. Well done, Jennifer. You just always go above and beyond. I love that about you. Cool. So we're going to wrap it up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish recording, and then I'm going to bring stop sharing so we can all see each other. So give me 2 seconds. So thank you everyone for sharing. It was a fantastic call. This recording will be going out. So I'm just going to finish recording. So here we go.